The place to be on the World Wide Web is www.fox8tv.com. Web presence provided by Charter Pipeline.
You what I know, and I should be way more familiar with it than I am. But basically, the Boston Tea Party was, it had to do with, it just totally threw me off.
When it comes to forecasting the weather, AccuWeather is bigger than the Weather Channel, bigger than the networks, bigger than the Science Center, and bigger than all the other Pittsburgh TV stations combined. AccuWeather and KDK's Storm Tracker, simply the most accurate.
It's a spring fever sale at Cool City, and that means
skills into a portfolio that showcases your unique style. At graduation, you'll be prepared for entry-level positions like graphic designer or production artist in advertising, broadcasting, and more. You have an eye for design, so get started by calling us at 1-888-296-6900.
21st and 22nd, it's bigger and better than ever. Come see the 2001 cruisers, sport bikes, tours, dirt bikes, trikes, and ATVs. Get extra pricing on leather, racing gear, custom parts and accessories, helmets, custom covers, wheels, custom seating, pinstriping, and engraving. Come see the awesome custom and vintage bike competition, free parking, live bands, hourly giveaways. The Rip and Roll Motorcycle Expo, April 20th, 21st, and 22nd in the Monroeville Expo Mart. Don't miss this one.
I need a room.
You cannot have
me on a train with a one-way ticket.
Abandon me.
Burn my clothes.
Only on Divorce Court. Weeknights at 6.
Captain, because when you understand what causes it, you can also understand what the solution.
Another tough week for the recruits at boot camp as they move closer to the $500,000 prize. Tonight's mission, Operation Repel and Destroy. The reward, each recruit's favorite meal. And for the second week in a row, they were successful. But someone had to go, so they marched up to Dismissal Hill where Recruit Louder got the boot and took Recruit Hutak with it.
Take your position front.
I had an opportunity to show myself, to perform. At, you know, I mean, I was the old man in the crowd, but 20 years ago, I would have ate all them up and spit them out with no problem.
He didn't do a bad job this time around. You can see boot camp every Wednesday at 9 right here on Fox 53.
A veteran stuntman is in the hospital tonight after getting hurt while doing a stunt for the Fox comedy Titus. Stunt driver Brian Carson was driving the car at the Los Angeles County Raceway when something exploded and flipped his car several times. The stunt you see here is similar to the one attempted by Carson. Pyrotechnics were involved in the stunt, but investigators don't know what caused the explosion. Carson is listed in serious condition with head injuries and several broken bones. That is a dangerous business.
Wow. Still ahead, Matt has a final look at the 5-day forecast.
And you can take some stock in some bonds. A former Pirate gains membership into an exclusive club. Albie has that coming up in Sports Extra.
But first, here tonight's winning.
The shower of savings at the Laurel Auto Group. And here's Bobby at Laurel Ford.
Of the #1 station, called the Mountain 96.5. Everybody has a birthday, win big money, and this ain't no jive. It's the big money birthday guarantee, and this is much more than a hunch. The Money Bunch.
Join Paul Chernovsky of Vinco. He won $15,000. Tune in. We'll tell you more. The Mountain 96.5.
All I hear is money, money, money.
Hello? Sam, all for just $79.99. Choose from hundreds of the best designer looks during America's Best Spring Fashion Sale. Call 1-800-2PAIR to schedule an appointment today. Hurry, sale ends soon.
New showers developed on Friday, 62. Warmer and breezy this weekend, becoming humid as well. Look at that, 70s. There's 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Scattered thunderstorms will be the story, turning over by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Heading out of town tomorrow, not too much going on except around Denver. Some showers and storms. In Seattle, some showers. And it looks fairly dry in the southeast. Once again, 72 and sunny in Atlanta. Nice day in New York City, 56 and sunny skies. So the worst just about over, but tonight a cold one, low in mid-20s.
All right. Thank you, Matt. The University of Pittsburgh has acquired a copy of a 602-year-old manuscript considered to be one of the most valuable literary texts in the world. Pitt paid $16,000 for a copy of Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, which is now on display in the Cup and Chaucer Reader Room at the Hillman Library. This copy is an exact reproduction of the original manuscript. The book contains 23 different tales of pilgrims traveling from London to Canterbury. The Canterbury Tales is considered an...
I'll tell you all about that, have the CityCast and the Fox 8 week ahead in just a few minutes. Stick around. The news is next.
Mazda, the Mazda 626. Save over $1,500 on Mazda Protege. Drive Mazda Miata for as low as $19,800 or drive Mazda Tribute for as low as $16,950. Negotiating starts at invoice price. Times are tough. The buyer wins. At Dean Patterson Mazda Altoona. Call 942-2222.
You're watching Fox 8, the place to be. Kim McRae, Jim Penna, Travis Koshko, Sean Seffick. This is Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock. Up to date, not up late.
Fire makes a Johnstown woman's home unsafe, but the garbage-loving woman just won't listen.
And county courts challenge a law designed to protect children. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kim McRae.
And I'm Jim Penna. Topping our news, the Cambria County Police Chief, who has been off the job for almost 2 months following a week-long suspension, is now no longer a county police officer.
William Larry be transferred from full-time director of police to a full-time contract compliance officer for human services at pay grade 60, $29,243.76 annually, effective April 19th. Move for approval.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any other business before the board?
Move for adjournment.
With those words at the Cambria County Courthouse today, a police chief that has been under constant investigation was moved from one county job to another. Bill Leary is now the county's contract compliance officer, a job that was created today, only minutes before the commissioners named him to that post.
Mr. Leary did in fact request the transfer from chief of police to another position. It was at his request. He's going to be monitoring $29 million worth of contracts. So it's a job, in fact, that actually is going to be something that will serve the county. It's a lateral move.
By lateral move, they mean Leary will be making his same salary, almost $30,000 a year. So what's the history of the man now monitoring $29 million of your tax money? Well, 2 years ago, Leary was suspended for using a county snowplow to clear the driveway of a relative. He raised eyebrows and drew chuckles a few months later when he issued what has become known as the pastry memo. Apparently, someone lifted a Danish from the front desk of the courthouse. Leary's memo promised a full-scale investigation and firing of the bandit, calling stealing, stealing. 6 months later, Leary again was being investigated, this time for adult websites that were visited by his courthouse computer. Leary denied accessing the sites and also admitting accessing the sites by accident, a contradiction never fully explained. Then, 2 months ago, a reported violent verbal outburst at other county employees while he was wearing his gun. He was suspended for a second time. In 2 print articles that followed, one penned by former Commissioner Susan Evans, Leary denied knowing of a suspension prior to our broadcast of the news. Commissioner Holtzman confirmed Leary was lying. In that article, Evans denied a personal relationship with Leary, but county records show it was Evans who nominated Leary to the county security force. Further, a month later, when Leary's county cell phone records showed blatant abuse for personal reasons, Evans' home phone was among the personal calls made. Personal calls that included a Blair County movie house, his mother, and his own home. When asked of creating a job for Leary in light of recent layoffs in the county at Laurel Crest Manor, Commissioner Soyson offered this answer.
Now we're back on personnel matters again, and we're not going to air that in public. This is not for any further expose, and that's the end of the discussion.
Leary has been ordered to return the county-issued firearm he was wearing when that violent verbal outburst occurred 2 months ago. He is, however, still a police officer, gun and all, patrolling the streets of Crescent Township in Cambria County.
The cause to last night's house fire at Dr. Chandravora's house has been ruled an accident. Today, officials were investigating the scene and determined that wiring on the first floor in the dining room caused that fire. Flames ripped through the house, making it a complete loss. Dr. Bora is known as the bag lady around town because of the hundreds of bags of trash and empty cans she keeps on her property. Last night's fire is the second one in a month at her house and the third one in about a year. Now, Dr. Bora was not home when the fire started last night, and while neighbors say they are glad she's safe, they're hoping this will force her to move.
But is their battle over? Christine Everett has the story.
The valuable things are all inside the house. I have a security system. professional library worth over $100,000. I have what any American household has. I have it.
She says the flames, broken glass and such were done by the people out to get her. Everyone, that is, especially her neighbors, discriminating against her for having cans and things on her porch and lawn. It's a home that's caused a controversy since she's moved in a few years ago, and what neighbors say has made the neighborhood look ugly.
If she would have been, you know, compliant or else helped to clean it up instead of constantly, you know, with the ugliness outside, you know, yeah, we want it to end.
And as much as the neighbors want Dr. Bora and her belongings to leave the area, she's planning on staying here as long as she can.
I would like to stay in the house if the structure hasn't collapsed, because still, even if there are holes, if you put wooden boards on the floor, you can still walk around. So I'll appreciate help, and since I have lost everything, even financial help would be appreciated.
Bora plans to cover up the doors and windows of what's left of her home with plexiglass plates. If she does, the neighbors' worst fear will once again become a reality. In Lorain Borough, Christine Everett reporting.
Now, news on that reality tonight. Jeff Lees, Lorain Borough's fire chief, says he will not grant Dr. Bora's request of moving back in because he says the structure simply is not sound. 2 Center County judges have struck down a state law designed to protect children against sexual predators. In separate cases, Judges Charles Brown Jr. and Thomas Kistler have ruled that Megan's Law 2 violates defendants' rights by making them appear before a state sex offender assessment board. The decision drew criticism from prosecutors.
But I really thought that given the changes that were made at this point, the new version would pass constitutional muster. And although I respect the decisions of our judges, I think they're wrong, and we intend to appeal these decisions to the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania.
Megan's Law was named for a New Jersey girl killed by a neighboring 2-time sex offender, but the Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional in 1999. A rewritten version went into effect in July. Judges Brown and Kistler argue that Megan's Law 2 violates due process for defendants.
Johnstown police are still looking for the man who robbed a bank yesterday. Take a good look at this picture. This man is accused of walking into the Promisor Bank in the Moxham section, showing a note indicating he's got a gun, then making off with an undisclosed amount of money. He's a white man in his late teens or early 20s, about 5'4" to 5'8", with strawberry blonde hair. This Promisor Bank was also robbed a few months ago. The suspect in that robbery has been arrested.
Travis, of course, joins us now with the Fox 8 Wake Up Weather, and the news is getting a little better in that regard.
A little bit. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that long-lived. It's going to be starting looking wetter for the weekend. Here's the Fox 8 Wake Up Weather. Mostly clear skies, a beautiful night across the region. Temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than last night.
Name dropping, because it's time for the name brand sale at Roomful Express Furniture. We've dropped our prices on some of the finest names in furniture, like Berkline, Broyhill, Lane, Simmons Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and others. Buy now and make no payment of any kind for 12 months. But hurry and drop into your local Roomful Express, because our name brand sale and no payment for 12 months offer ends Monday.
200 missing children thought to be slaves. They reportedly disappeared from a ship off the coast of West Africa. Police believe the boat left Benin more than 2 weeks ago with kids who had been sold into slavery by their parents. After being denied the right to port the ship in several countries, the crew returned to Benin this week with only 40 kids on board. Benin police are questioning the captain and crew of that ship.
Bridging the gap between traditional medicine and complementary medicine was the focus for local medical professionals today. Nationally renowned Dr. Dean Ornish was one of the featured speakers at the 3rd Annual Integrative Medicine Seminar. Ornish has led the nation in complementary medicine research that has clinically proven the benefits of the Ornish diet, as well as the sometimes life-saving effects of things like group activities, religious beliefs, and companionship. Sponsors of the event say modern medicine professionals need to know that there's more to health than pills and prescriptions.
Our own recognition, but what's happening is that people are recognizing that mind-body connection, and these conferences help to reinforce that scientifically, because it is the science of how this all works.
There were many other topics covered during the Integrative Medicine Seminar. If you would like more information, just log on to the website that you see on the bottom of your screen.
Cambria County Commissioner Ted Baranek has been named to the Johnstown-Cambria County Airport Authority. The airport had a vacancy on its board, but it was more than just filling a seat. The commission is looking to gain greater day-to-day control of major county departments in the hopes of increasing efficiency. Baranek is also hoping to continue driving expansion at the airport.
I'm certainly interested in expansion of the airport and the industrial park surrounding the airport. And thirdly, my relationship with Congressman Murtha is very good, and we're looking to get additional federal monies brought into the county.
The airport already has almost $20 million of projects scheduled for the summer.
Cambria County adopts a recycling mascot just in time for Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day!
Kindergartners at St. Benedict's got to meet Benja firsthand today. Designed and named by 2 students at Richland High School, Benja teaches kids the importance of recycling.
Why do we save this kind of stuff?
That you can make it into new stuff.
New stuff like what?
Like new newspaper, new plastic, bottles.
Bottles and what else?
Cans.
Why do we save that stuff? Do you know?
If you would like Benjamin to visit your group, maybe Joe Little's desk, contact the Cambria County Solid Waste Authority. Meanwhile, some students in Altoona took time out to honor Earth Day. Today, they took part in a full day of lessons and projects that deal with the environment. Tonight, students, parents, and school staff capped off the event with a star-gazing party at the school's baseball field.
Coming up on Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock, so you think hiccups are a hassle? How about having them for more than 6 months straight?
But first, you're winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers if you've got it.
Remember, in fact, this local daycare center had been broken into not once, not twice, but 4 times.
The children were getting a little upset, not sure what was going on, and how do you explain this to a small child, especially at Christmas?
Who's got your Fox 8 CityCast?
Thank you, Jimmy Kim. Warmer temperatures coming in for the start of the weekend, but also some rain showers going to make for a very soggy start for your Friday. Just off and on showers throughout the day tomorrow. Shouldn't be much of a washout, but enough to make things at least a little bit damp. Warmer temperatures, though. Johnstown, 56. Altoona, 61. Not bad in State College, 60 degrees. Fox 8 week ahead in just a few minutes. Let's take it back to Kim.
We'll see you soon. Thank you, Travis. He's a doctor turned author, and he's having success in both areas. Not only is Stephen Greenberg the author of Adam's Will, but he's also a physician and founder of the Laurel Eye Clinic. Greenberg says it took him just a year to write the 427-page work of fiction. Already, the first run of the book is selling out.
Something I always wanted to do. I've always been interested in literature, and I've always done a lot of reading, and I was always interested in English literature, and it's always been an aspiration. I was sort of forced to go to medical school.
Greenberg says he's already finished his second book, and he plans to keep on writing and seeing patients at Laurel Eye Clinic.
Imagine having the hiccups for 8 straight months. Well, one Utah man doesn't have to imagine it. Seth Dowell says he started hiccuping after he ate lunch last August. Now, 8 months, several prescriptions, and medical treatments later, Seth's hiccup problems remain a mystery.
About August 23rd, they stayed, and a couple hours later, they're still there, and days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, and still have them. I've been to physical therapy. They've done release points on the diaphragm and on the back of the neck, and it doesn't really help too much.
I know you're dying to know this. The world record for the length of time with hiccups, 69 years.
Oh, come on. Sounds to me like he swallowed a mouse or something.
The man has an affliction.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Travis Kosh goes up next with our Fox 8 Week Ahead. Don't go away.
The show about nothing is now giving away something. Hi there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Travis Koshko. Watch Seinfeld starting April 26th, and you could be on your way to Bermuda. Tune in every night at 7:30 for your chance to win during our Crazy About Seinfeld contest. Be the 8th caller when you see this and answer a question correctly about nothing, and you win a prize or even some cash and become qualified for the trip to Bermuda. So keep watching Seinfeld right here on Fox 8, the place to be.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Coast to Coast Cellular. If you think you're paying too much for your cellular service, you probably are. Call us today, 255-3048.
News continues in a moment.
This is news, and I promise you it is setting off a sale of magnificent Drexel and Pennsylvania House furniture that will bring crowds to Dowd's this weekend. Dowd's bought $2 million worth of overstock from these factories at huge discounts. Just imagine Drexel's finest bedroom and dining room collections at nearly 1/2 off, and genuine leather sofas and chairs by Pennsylvania House at 40 and 50% off. If you could ever afford the finest furniture made, you can now. A landmark sale at Dowd's in Plumville and in Greensburg.
Whether you are by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Fox 8 weather.
So the good news is we finally got rid of that little dose of winter we've had the last 2 days, but the bad news is it looks like it's going to be a soggy first half of the weekend. We do have a storm approaching from the west. It's going to bring us spotty showers throughout the day tomorrow, but fortunately the entire weekend isn't going to be a total washout. Sounds pretty good to me. Right now temperatures a lot warmer, about 10-15 degrees warmer than they were last night. Check it out, 47 in Johnstown, 46 in both Somerset and DuBois, not bad now, Tuna 44, 48 in State College. Lots of clouds going to move in through the overnight, warmer air moving in as well, going to keep those temperatures around the 40-degree mark for overnight lows, so certainly the air won't have that chill that it's had the last few nights as well. Clear skies thanks to high pressure, a beautiful day today, lots of sunshine around the region, but unfortunately we got to look west and look at all these clouds coming in. There will be some showers all throughout the day tomorrow. There will be some in the morning, some in the midday, some in the afternoon, and those will continue well into Saturday. So at least what happens from the surface perspective is the warm air does come marching in, and we will see an increase in temperatures slowly, but lots of showers throughout the day. And then for Saturday, things will finally move off such that by the end of the day on Saturday, we will see some sunshine and even warmer temperatures. In fact, if you like the 60s and 70s, they're coming. Trust me. Tomorrow's highs in the 50s, around the 60-degree mark, and then things looking good for Saturday. We get in the 60s and get oh so close to the 70s, and then finally, on Sunday, we will hopefully get into the 70s. So the forecast for tonight looks like this. Increasing clouds, not unfortunately 56 to 61 southwest winds. Could be blustery at times. Fox 8 week ahead, not a lot of sunshine until the end of the weekend. Check out Sunday and Monday. Great days to get outside. 70 on Sunday, 72 on Monday. Batches of showers lingering on Tuesday and Wednesday. Kim, like I said, wet start to the weekend, but temperatures slowly going up around where they should be this time of year, and a nice end of the weekend thus far.
Okay, Travis, thank you so much. Coming up next in sports, Joe Little has high school sports from hits to spikes.
And the Johnstown J-Dogs have already matched last year's win total, and they're sniffing for more. You're watching Fox 8 News 10 o'clock. Up to date, not up late.
If you see news happen, call our Fox 8 News line toll free at 1-800-424-NEWS. That's 1-800-424-6397.
Wolf Furniture has made special arrangements so you can enjoy a room full, even an entire house full of furniture for as little as $1 down. And you won't pay another dime till April 2002. No monthly payments, no finance charges. Plus, it's our biggest leather and solid wood sale in our 99-year history. Save 40% off name brand leather sofas. Take half off all solid wood beds. All this plus store-wide savings up to 50% off. It's the dollar down sale this weekend at Wolf Furniture.
Looking for a luxury?
And how can you, as a moral people, blindly tear down the spiritual structure that has supported a community since...
To 20% off all athletic shoes in stock while this offer lasts. So step on it. Hey, it's your money. Get more for it.
Whoa. 24,000 difference. There's no comparison.
Fox 8 Sports.
With the Pittsburgh Pirates off in the Altoona Curve in Maryland, the amateurs get the spotlight tonight. The Battle of the Conemaugh, Township at the Valley. Bottom two, the Blue Jays are already down 6-0, and Justin Fioc, he tries to get his hand on the plate. Nothing doing. He is out at first. Next inning, the Indians starting to pour it on. Jeff Byer just crushes this pitch to left. Yeah, that's going to go way past his head to the fence. Jeff will get in first on a double. Two batters later, 2 on for Josh Hetrick. He'll line to center, 2 more score, and the Indians get tonight's big Harting Award, smashing the Blue Jays 17-4 in 5 innings. The battle continues in softball action now. Township up 8-7 on the Valley. Top 7 now, 1 on for the Indians. Shannon Legal, she'll get a little grounder. A 1 run will score, and Shannon is safe at first. 9-7 Indians. Bottom 7 now, and the Jays need 3 to win. 1 on for Grace Cook, who gets a grounder to second. The throw is off, and the runner comes in, but it wouldn't be enough as the Township Indians go 2 for 2 as the ladies win 9-8.
We'll stay in the Valley for some volleyball action between the JV squads from Altoona and the Blue Jays. First set action, pick it up in the middle of a long volley. Good save by the Blue Jays, but it's going to be Altoona's Corey Abram. He's going to finish it off for the point. Very next serve, the Valley's Rich Hinton. He's going to set up, pull up to the table and say, "Gum, get some." Yeah, it looked good, but not good enough for the Valley as Altoona takes the first set 15-10 and take the match 2-1. Altoona's varsity would also match their younger counterparts 2-1 over the Blue Jays. The Altoona Curve notched a 2-1 win last night against the Bowie Bay Sox in Maryland. The two met up again tonight for the fourth game in the series, but it wasn't too good for the Curve, that is. They go down 7-0 to drop to 4-10. The Curve return home tomorrow night for a three-game set with the Akron Arrows. The Johnstown Jaydogs are preparing for their fourth game against the Ohio Valley Greyhounds. The Greyhounds are one of the three teams in the East with the Jaydogs. Saturday's game could already top last year's win mark after only 4 games. The Johnstown Jackals, they finished 3-11. The 3-0 Jaydogs say their record reflects the confidence the team has inside the locker room.
Well, we're coming together as a team. We feel like everything's clicking right now, offensively, defensively, you know, and our confidence is high right now, and we're looking forward to each and every game, and hopefully we can come out every week and play good.
And, we couldn't be more pleased right now. We hopefully hit a peak somewhere along the line here, but right now things are going extremely well.
It's a great thing to start out 3-0 in any football season, especially this year after a 3-11 year last year, you know, equaling our win total from last year. But I think that we have a lot to build on right now. We need to win the rest of our games as many as we can as possible.
Saturday's game at the War Memorial begins at 7 p.m. and tickets, they're cheaper than the movie. The Pittsburgh Penguins are headed back to the phone booth in our nation's capital Saturday night. Last night, the Penguins and Washington Capitals skated to a 3-3 tie in regulation before the Capitals' Jeff Halpern ended it in the extra frame. The series is tied at 2, and Game 5 in the best-of-7 series is set for Saturday night at the MCI Center at 3 p.m. Our sister station, ABC 23, will broadcast that game live, so make sure you tune in. And that's going to wrap it up for Fox 8 Sports for tonight. Jim, Kim, back to you.
Okay, Joe, thank you very much.
And we will be right back.
The Shadow Garden Center is where spring begins in central Pennsylvania. Vast selection, hardy plants, a 5-year guarantee, and personal service are your keys to a beautiful garden this summer. The Shadow Box staff has the advice you need and a library of step-by-step guides to show you the way to the prettiest garden you've ever had. Personal service and a selection the chain stores cannot match.
Shadow Box is ice cream too.
On Old Route 219 between Ebbetsburg and Carrolltown.
Brought to you by Center Community Hospital, generations of caring.
All right, once again, a final look at our Fox 8 week ahead with Travis.
Little soggy start to the weekend, but it's all going to look okay in the end. Here's your last look. Rain showers throughout the day tomorrow. The temperature is going to start to go up, and they will hit their peak around Sunday and Monday when we get into the lower 70s for daytime highs. The showers will probably taper off midday on Saturday, so from midday Saturday until end of Monday, it's looking really nice. We finally get a good combination of sunshine and warmer temperatures. More showers rolling through the region Tuesday and Wednesday. More cold air will follow, and we'll be right back down into the 50s by the end of next week. It looks like we could get even back into the 40s. So that's it.
It's like a roller coaster,
Yep,
huh?
up, down, all around. Hopefully, I'll be happy when it's sunny and 70 every single day.
Travis, thank you so
Sure.
much. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 10. Have a great night.
Rest and trials up next. You folks have a good night.
See ya.
The place to be on the World Wide Web is www.fox8tv.com. Web presence provided by Charter Pipeline.
Cents at your local True Value. You'll find other great project helpers fast at your local True Value. Outdoor project help is just around the corner.
I'm in Altoona with the Martin's Bonus Card Patrol. Let's hear what people are saying about their Martin's Bonus Cards.
It saves you money every month. I save money. I use it every time I shop.
$500 to $600 a year and save using the card. It's worthwhile. I use mine all the time. I shop at Martin's all the time.
That's not a promotion. That's just happens to be a fact.
And now, when you use your bonus card, you'll be entered to win a 60-second shopping spree at Martin's. Look for the Martin's Bonus Card Patrol and show me your bonus card.
Anything, the early Christian and non-Christian community. It was all presented in the presence of knowledgeable, hostile witnesses that would have been corrected immediately. In Acts 26, 24, 26.
Exclusive. You'll hear from the woman who's accusing a local massage therapist with sexually assaulting her.
He needs to be stopped.
Plus, guys in daycare will tell you about a study that says the longer they stay in daycare, the more likely they are to get into trouble later. And they call her the host from hell. But the woman who stars in The Weakest Link is an overnight American star. Tonight at 11 on News Center 6, where news and weather come first.
Road rage and its deadly consequences at 11.
Don't miss the spectacular opening season of Six Flags Worlds of Adventure in Cleveland, uniting Six Flags Ohio with the former SeaWorld of Ohio to create a huge vacation capital. Now, experience 3 worlds with 1 ticket. A thrill park, a water park, and a sea life park. Stay at Six Flags Hotel of Ohio or Camping Resort. For vacation value packages, call 1-877-9-TWEETY. Six Flags Worlds of Adventure. Wild life, wild rides.
Provide the answer. You know about the gal that he's seeing right now, right?
Oh my God.
You know about she, right?
Yes, I know about her.
Okay, the 8 of Pentacles, and she's a little hoochie mama, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Oh my goodness. Well, she does things that you would not.
Oh my God, that's what he told me.
And I see you dancing with the big man with the fakery eyes in. And if you'd have walked in and saw him at a nightclub, hugged up on a woman the way you were hugged up on that man with them fake eyes, he'd have been history, correct?
Correct.
And learn to bring your butt home at a decent hour. 7 a.m. in the morning is not acceptable.
You are calling me out.
I put it all on Front Street because you're being a bad gal. Get honest answers. Call me now for your free reading.
Call 1-800-561-7160.
Tired of not meeting the right person? Call the Blind Date Dateline at 1-888-493-DATE. Enrollment is free, it's confidential, and it works.
Dave.
From petite to women's, of any store in America. Why wait for a sale at department stores?
New extra crispy bags and air conditioning.
It drove like a much more expensive car.
The Hyundai Elantra at just $13,294. It's a solid value. Cancer.
We're about to
Pavilion. Get tickets at Ticketmaster or at sfx.com. American Express is the official card of Post Gazette Pavilion. Pick up the Post Gazette for your concert news.
Controversy flying in the race for mayor. See what's heating things up tonight.
In my heart, there always will remain my stardust melody.
That sound of that drill. No, thank you.
No,
Wait, got your mail by mistake.
Place to be.
Kim McRae, Jim Penna, Travis Koshko, Sean Seffick. This is Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock. Up to date, not up late.
Hundreds of Johnstown students form a human chain to put an end to school violence. And a local man gets his lucky number. We'll be explaining that in a moment. Good evening, friends, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jim Pennant, and Kim McRae has the night off. Topping our news today, on the second anniversary of the Columbine School Massacre, another school shooting takes place, this time in Louisiana. A 14-year-old student at a school for troubled youth is in police custody after firing shots at his principal. The attack happened early this morning. The teen pulled a gun and attempted to shoot at a group of adults, including the school's principal, but police say the gun did not fire right away. The misfire gave the adults enough time to flee to a large meeting room, but the teen fired about 3 rounds through a window in that door. Fortunately, everybody managed to escape and no one was injured. There was a more peaceful marking of the massacre at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado. Nearly 350 people quietly marked the anniversary with a memorial service in a park adjacent to the school. The names of the victims were read, followed by a moment of silence. Students Eric Harris and Dealing Klebold stormed Columbine High on April 20th, 1999, killing 12 classmates and a teacher before committing suicide. Closer to home today, students at the Greater Johnstown High School have made a pledge to stop the violence. Today, they rallied against violence and joined in unity. Kim McRae reports.
That the energy of the student body, the faculty, and the staff and administrators of the Greater Johnstown High School and the district is alive and well.
Today's event, a small sample of the commitment these Johnstown High School students have made to end violence. Hundreds of students sat quietly as city leaders thanked them for their efforts on tackling this issue. These teenagers are part of a movement against violence. So far, more than 600 students have signed a pledge against violence. That's the good thing. The bad thing, it came after the death of classmate Aaron Quarrell, who was fatally shot by robbers.
That someone was shot in the parking lot of Barnes Billiards, a pool hall.
This video the kids saw is a reminder of the widespread violence on school property and on school kids. After the rally, students walked outside hand in hand, creating their own human anti-violence chain.
I believe that the human chain will show that Greater Johnstown High School can stand as one together, and we are more than a bunch of bad kids.
It means unity, and that we all are just getting together and just to stop all the violence.
I'm really proud of them. I think that they rise up, and if you set good expectations, kids will come to those expectations and then set their own. They're creative, they have good energy, and they want to use it in the right way.
In Johnstown, I'm Kim McRae reporting.
The Pledge Against Violence Committee started with 70 students. As Kim mentioned, it's up now to 600 and will be extending into the middle school next year. A late-night press conference happening on the campus of Penn State is dealing with its own brand of violence, death threats. Leaders of the Black Caucus on campus are holding the press conference at this hour. They say the FBI as well as university officials are there addressing a 4th death threat that has apparently been directed at a member of the Black Caucus. The name of that threatened student is not being released, apparently, and that the Black Caucus will be having that discussion, details of it later on tomorrow. All right, bags of money are swiped from an area courthouse. It happened in the treasurer's office at the Cambria County Courthouse. The bags had at least a couple $100s in cash and some checks inside them. All the money has been recovered, and while no arrests have been made in this case, police are looking at an area man as a strong suspect. That man is 22-year-old Sean Har. You may remember him. He was on the news in October, accused of stealing more than $800 from a Johnstown magistrate's office after he was there to settle drug charges. But Har's troubles don't end there. Richland Township Police have now charged Har with robbing 2 churches. Har is accused of taking a money bag at the Mount Calvary Lutheran Church on April 3rd. And just yesterday, police say he stole more than $600 from inside the Bethany United Methodist Church. Har is in jail tonight. His preliminary hearing has been scheduled for May 22nd. Johnstown police don't expect to get their man in a bank heist. That's because they've issued an arrest warrant for a local woman accused of robbing a Johnstown bank this week. Police are looking for this woman, 23-year-old Jacqueline George. She has no known address, but is believed to be in the Moxham area, Daleboro, or in Wimber. George is accused of robbing the Promise Star Bank on Central Avenue and making off an undisclosed amount of cash. If you have any idea of her whereabouts, you're asked to call Johnstown Police. Another robbery to tell you about. It happened at approximately 10 last night at the Quick Fill gas station in Phillipsburg. Police say that two suspects, both in their late teens, approached a clerk with an unknown object and demanded money. The pair then fled on foot with an undetermined amount of cash. The suspects are described as being between 17 and 19, approximately 5'6" and 5'8", wearing dark clothing and mask. Anyone with information is asked to call the Clearfield Police at 814-857-3800. An Altoona man is behind bars after allegedly kidnapping and threatening to kill a woman. 38-year-old Victor Thomas was arrested after a police officer approached his parked truck and heard 28-year-old Heather Barr scream for help. According to the victim, Thomas had hit her. Thomas is being held in the Blair County Prison in lieu of $25,000 bail. A Johnstown man who worked as a massage therapist is formally charged with indecent assault.
Don't you want to tell your side of the story if you are innocent?
Not until I talk to an attorney.
You don't know who
A woman accuses 41-year-old Brand St. Clair with touching an intimate spot on her body while she was getting a massage at JCPenney. However, St. Clair maintains he did not touch her there, but may have accidentally brushed up against the pubic hair. Perhaps the bigger story here is the fact that in Pennsylvania, massage therapists are not required to have a license. Basically, anyone can become one.
And these are allegations, you understand that, but if he's found guilty on these, there's nothing stopping this. Actually, with anybody with a criminal record, they could be a massage therapist, and that's what the massage therapy people are complaining about. They would like some kind of legislation on that.
Since the allegations were made, JCPenney has fired St. Clair. All right, we go now to Travis Costco, who's going to join us with your Fox 8 wake-up weather.
Bit of a soggy day today across the region. Not quite as warm as we hoped for. The temperatures are going to start to be very warm across the region starting tonight. Here is the Fox 8 wake-up weather. Some light rain showers and some patchy fog across the entire region. Temperatures steady in the mid to upper 40s. But those temperatures are going to start to go up through the overnight. We'll start off with some early sunshine tomorrow before looking at some showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm later on tomorrow. I'll tell you all about that and have the CityCast in just a few minutes.
All right, Travis, thank you. Sure. Still to come on Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock, he read 'em and wept. A local man hits the jackpot. And later, a local man is honored for his efforts to preserve Mother Earth. You're watching Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock. Up to date, not up late.
Can I have your attention, please?
There's something big happening at Subway. 2 new gourmet breads, delicious Asiago cheese with real Asiago cheese baked on top, and tasty country wheat with rolled oats, poppy seeds, and more. Subway's 2 new fresh-baked gourmet breads. They're causing quite a stir.
Hey, nice pajamas!
Subway, eat fresh.
Who better to trust for your nutritional needs than the pharmacist you trust for your prescription medicine? We now know prescription medicines can cause drug nutrient depletions out of our bodies, and that prescription medicines can have sometimes adverse drug-herbal interactions. At the Wellness Store, our computer database is updated every 3 months, and we can advise you and your physician if there will be a potential drug-herbal interaction. Visit the Wellness Store located within the Medicine Shop, Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
No, let go!
I borrowed my neighbour's pig, and now they tell me I'm to be locked in here till dusk. What are you here for?
I'm just getting my picture taken.
Get reacquainted with your country. For your free vacation guide, call 1-800-HISTORY. Colonial Williamsburg, where 2 worlds collide. For your free vacation guide, call 1-800-HISTORY.
Spring is just around the corner, and the Shadowbox Garden Center is where spring begins in central Pennsylvania. Vast selection, hardy plants, a 5-year guarantee, and personal service are your keys to a beautiful garden this summer. The Shadowbox staff has the advice you need, and a library of step-by-step guides to show you the way to the prettiest garden you've ever had. Personal service and a selection the chain stores cannot match.
Shadowbox is ice cream too.
On Old Route 219 between Evansburg and Carrolltown.
It's a celebration of building some of America's most coveted, most memorable, and most inspired cars. It's a celebration of knowing excitement matters. Welcome to Pontiac's 75th. You're invited to join us in celebrating our 75th anniversary. See your Pontiac dealer now and lease a 2001 Grand Am SC for as low as $239 a month. See dealer for residency restrictions. Call for important lease details. The celebration's at your Pontiac dealer now.
Last month's Penn State riot will be the focus of a special meeting next Tuesday night. State College Borough Council will hear from Penn State officials, students, and the people who own apartment buildings in Beaver Canyon. On Wednesday, the university will present the council with an updated code of conduct, spelling out specific sanctions students will face if they participate in such destructive behavior.
It has to be, in my opinion, that the students understand that it's crystal clear that they, as individuals, are responsible for their actions. And there are consequences if they are not being responsible.
Both of these meetings, by the way, are open to the public. Has scratching ever felt so good? A Cambria County man wins big after scratching off a winning ticket. A check was presented this afternoon to 30-year-old Donald Stohan of Lilly. Mr. Stohan won $250,000 after scratching off the top prize winning ticket from an instant ticket game called Jumbo Bucks.
Yeah, I scratched it off, and you know, I didn't think I won, and then I looked at my numbers, and you know, I finished scratching it off and said 250,000. So then, you know, I looked at it a couple times, and I thought, you know, I did win, and then I called my wife.
The lucky scratcher plans to buy the new Corvette that he's always wanted, invest money for the family, and save to put the kids through college. A local home builder is proposing a new housing development for people with limited incomes. The development would be located on this site in State College. SNA Homes and the Temporary Housing Foundation built a similar development on Southgate Drive. Families earning less than $20,000 would be eligible to rent the brand new townhouses. The project, if approved, is expected to cost almost $4.5 million. The developers are asking for almost $400,000 in public funds to make this project a reality. The Altoona Blair County Airport is expanding its services to help include the corporate world. PennDOT's Deputy Secretary presented the airport a check for over $8,000 today. The state funds are to be used towards the construction of 2 corporate aircraft hangars. Sheets is the first corporation to sign on with the airport, with more expected soon. Construction on the hangars is expected to begin within a month and to be completed by the fall. Coming up on Fox 8 News at 10 o'clock, a local man receives a special honor this Earth Day. But first, maybe you get lucky. You're winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. If you've got it, come and get it.
Disease is the nation's #1 health problem. Caring for people with heart disease demands the skills of an experienced team of health professionals. The dedicated team of Dr. Krishnan Nair and Dr. Debashis Chaudhary provide a wide variety of services at Somerset Hospital. Residing in Somerset, together they are committed to improving the lives of heart patients 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Cardiologists with expertise you expect right here at Somerset Hospital. And as always, we treat you like family.
Tonight's Fox 8 CityCast is brought to you by Rightco Technologies.
Fast track to the future. Rightco Technologies.
Hands-on training. It's a requirement for most jobs. At Rightco, each of our programs consists of 60% hands-on training. Call Rightco Technologies and ask about our job placement network and financial aid.
Fast track to the future. Rightco Technologies.
All right, let's go now to Travis Koshko with your Fox 8 CityCast.
Thank you much, Jim. We will start to see things dry out a little bit through the morning hours tomorrow. We will start with some sunshine, but a few weak disturbances will keep us with the chance of some showers and maybe an isolated thunder shower throughout the day. The big story, however, will be much warmer temperatures. 70 tomorrow in Altoona, State College 68, 65 in Johnstown, not looking bad in Huntington, Bedford, even Somerset in the upper 60s. Also in St. Mary's, Punxsutawney, and DuBois hovering around the mid to upper 60s. Not bad at all temperature-wise. Will it last? I'll tell you all about that. See you in a few minutes. Back to Jim.
Okay, Travis, thank you. Earth Day is Sunday, but today an area man was recognized for his role in protecting the earth. Today at Johnstown Central Park, the John Bearman Kometz Award was presented to Pete Boring. Boring passed away last December, so his wife, Frances, accepted the award today. Boring was recognized for his endless work and dedication in preserving the land. He was described as being one with nature and may be best known for being the founding member of the Committee to Preserve Rager Mountain.
We did have the privilege of seeing 3 albino deer in our backyard several years ago, and it's something that most people never get to see. But I think the fact that the mountain has been preserved so far made that possible, that we could see that.
Each year, the John Bearman Kometz Award is handed out to someone who's had a positive impact on the environment. It's in honor of John Kometz, who was just that kind of person. Kometz passed away back in 1991. Also for Earth Day, students at North Star Elementary School gave a presentation this afternoon about how to save endangered animals.
But the main focus of the last week has been on the bald eagle, and the kids have been bringing in cans to recycle, and the money they get from the recycling will go to save an eagle.
The kids also watched a movie about the endangered animals, and some even won special gifts to celebrate. Some local high school students compete to become the outstanding young women for Somerset County. 28 juniors were interviewed this afternoon as part of the judging process. Among those judges are our very own Renee Kluck and Sean Glass, who's in our sales department. The contestants are competing for the title as well as for over $25,000 in college scholarships.
A friend of mine, Lindsay Scarl, won the pageant last year, and I believe that she did a fantastic job as OYW for 2001, and I hope that maybe I can continue her tradition this year.
27 girls will compete in the Cambria County program tomorrow, and I'll be signed on as one of the judges for that event. Travis Koshko's up next with your Fox 8 Week Ahead. Stay tuned.
The clock is ticking. Get half-off savings now during Value City Furniture's 29-hour sale this weekend only. Like this 3-tier marble top table in cherry or pine finish, only $29. Take home this oak finish 4-drawer chest for just $29. Accent your living room with this 3-tier brass tray lamp, $29. And right now, pay only $29 each for these canvas chairs. Quantities are limited. This is one sale you just don't want to miss. Value City Furniture's 29-hour sale this weekend only. You just can't do any better.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Coast to Coast Cellular. If you think you're paying too much for your cellular service, you probably are. Call us today, 255-3048.
One day the market goes up, then it's down. Up, then down. But one thing stays the same. McDonald's Extra Value Meals always give you a great return on your investment. Like our Double Cheeseburger Extra Value Meal or our McChicken Extra Value Meal. Each just $2.99 every day. So no matter where the market's headed, McDonald's Extra Value Meals always make you feel like a million.
We love to see you smile.
Double Cheeseburger or McChicken Extra Value Meals, $2.99 each.
Another rollback saves the day by saving you even more. Walmart, always low prices, always.
Stand by, Fox 8 News continues in a moment.
Experience Dodge Intrepid with its smooth lines, smooth transmission, and even smoother ride. And suddenly, you're on a different wavelength.
Fox 8 weather.
It's been a pretty subpar week weather-wise, lots of April showers and cooler temperatures, but finally, things are going to change starting tomorrow. Lots of warm air on the advance. In fact, by the start of Monday, I do think there will be some spots near the 80-degree mark. Sounds a lot better than the 30s and 40s we had just a few days ago. Across the region right now, temperature-wise, not all that bad. 47 in Johnstown with some light showers. All across the region, 45 in Altoona State College and Dubois, and checking out 49, a little closer to 50 in Somerset. Temperature-wise, probably go up, as a matter of fact. By the time you wake up, we'll be a few degrees warmer than this. And temperatures are going to keep on going up throughout the entire day, despite the fact that we will have more showers later in the afternoon. A lot of clouds, a lot of showers move through the area today. We'll see a break that will last until around midday tomorrow, but then more across the area. Now, the key with this is the bulk of this storm is going to pass to the north and the east, so we'll only see a few showers and maybe the chance of an isolated thunder shower. But then for Sunday, things are going to be looking a lot better. Everything stays to our north. High pressure takes control, sends warm air into the region, and gives us a very nice Sunday and Monday, and that's when we're really going to see the increase in temperatures, and you will certainly notice what's going to happen. Temperature-wise, in the upper 60s. Actually, yeah, the upper 60s, lower 70s for tomorrow. And then Sunday, looking great in the 70s all across the board. And I do expect those 80s to be not that far behind. For tonight, showers tapering, rising temperatures, some fog around 47 to 52. Tomorrow, early sunshine, late rain showers, 64 to 70 degrees. Not bad at all with a southwest breeze. Fox 8 week ahead looks like this. Early sunshine tomorrow. Sunday and Monday, can you handle it? I'm loving it. 71 on Sunday, 75 on Monday. Few 80s here and there, wouldn't rule it out. And then some more colder air and thunderstorms and showers roll in Tuesday and Wednesday before things clear out and cool off by the end of next week. Hey everybody, where's Koshko? Well, spent the day talking to Tiger Cubs of Troop 131 down in Somerset, talking about the importance of weather and who really needs to know all this stuff anyway. And we came to the foregone conclusion that even the Eastern Bunny and the Tooth Fairy need to watch the Fox 8 week ahead. Thank you all very much for having me. If you'd like me to come talk to your group or organization, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a line, care of Fox 8 and Davies 23, 1450 Scalp Avenue in Johnstown, 15904, or even email. Drop me a line at weather@fox8tv.com. And Jim, Tooth Fairy, I think it's a pretty important person to know what's going on with the weather.
All those travel plans for the Tooth Fairy. You look like a colossus when you're staring out those little children.
Yeah, 6'6" and much shorter, big size difference.
Thank you, Travis.
Sure.
Coming up next in sports, the Altoona Curve went head-to-head with the Akron Arrows, and we know who let the dogs out, the J-Dogs that is. The question is, when will they let the fans in? Up next, Sean Seffick with the dogs barking for support.
If you see news happen, call our Fox 8 News line toll-free at 1-800-424-NEWS. That's 1-800-424-6397.
A little house like me deserves a beautiful garden.
Even if you've never planted a seed before.
20 Feel meal, real fat, $4.99.
From single color to full color printing. See Alpha Printing for all your printing needs. Alpha Printing on Locust Street, downtown Johnstown. 814-536-8721.
I'm Rich Shimizi. At Eastgate, we've been in business for 20 years. For a new Kia. Visit us at Eastgate Dodge Kia, right here on Route 30 in Greensburg.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Vitone Eye Surgical Associates.
I'm Dr. Daniel Vitone. Here's some things you won't find yourself doing after this.
Good evening, everybody. The undefeated Johnstown J-Dogs are getting set for tomorrow night's showdown with East rival Ohio Valley. Now, this will be the J-Dogs' first of 5 meetings this season with the Greyhounds. Ohio Valley currently holds a 1-1 record, but the Dogs aren't taking them lightly. Besides checking film and setting up a game plan for Saturday's matchup, the team says a good crowd could be the biggest boost for a W.
I think it'd be nice to get a lot more fans at the games because it gives us more of a home field advantage than what other teams have. Because if we can pack this place up, it's going to be loud and crazy, especially this week against Ohio Valley because they're a great team.
Well, there's no question about it. Fan support is so important to any team, whether it be, no matter what sport it is, and I